Hello everyone, my name is City Pangilinan. Our topic for today is about grammar rules. Grammar rule number one. A sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period or full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. See punctuation. For example, the dog sat on the mat. Where do you live? My husband is very clever. Rule number two. The order of a basic positive sentence is subject, verb, object, and negative and question sentence may have a different order. For example, Jen loves Mary. They were driving their car to the Philippines. Grammar rule number three. Every sentence must have a subject and a verb. An object is optional. Note that an imperative sentence may have a verb only, but the subject is understood. For example, John teaches. John teaches English. Then stop with EA yung you stop. Grammar rule number four. The subject and verb must agree in number. A singular subject needs a singular verb, and a plural subject needs a plural verb. For example, John works in London. That monk eats once a day. John and Mary work in London. Most people eat 3 meals a day. Grammar rule number five. When two singular subjects are connected by or, use a singular verb. The same is true for either or and neither or nor. For example, John or Mary is coming tonight. Either coffee or tea is fine. Neither John nor Rennie was late. Grammar rule number six. Adjectives usually come before a noun, except when a verb separates the adjective from the noun. For example, I have a big dog. She married a handsome Italian man. Her husband is rich. Grammar rule number seven. When using two or more adjectives together, the usual order is opinion, adjective, plus fact, plus noun. There are some additional rules for the order of fact adjectives. For example, I saw a nice French table. That was an interesting Shakespearean play. Grammar rule number eight. Treat collective nouns as singular or plural. In BRLs, a collective noun is usually treated as plural, needing a plural verb or pronoun. In an anti-collective noun is often treated as singular, needing new verbs and pronoun. For example, the committee have having a sandwiches for lunch. Then they will go to London. The BBC have changed their logo. My family likes going to the zoo. CNN has changed its logo. Grammar rule number nine. The words its and its are two different words with different meanings. Example, the dog has hurt its leg. He say it's 2 o'clock. Grammar rule number 10. The words your and your are two different words with different meanings. For example, here is your coffee. You're looking good. Grammar rule number 11. The words there, and there are three different words with different meanings. For example, there was nobody at the party. I saw their new car. Do you think they're happy? Grammar rule number 12. The contraction he is can mean he is or he has. Similarly, she's can mean she is or she has. And its can mean it is or it has. And John's can mean John is or John has. For example, he is working. He has finished. She is here. She has left. John is married. John has divorced his wife. Grammar rule number 13. The contraction he can mean he had or he would. Similarly, they can meaning they had or they would. For example, he had eaten when I arrived. He would eat more if possible. They had already finished. They would come if they could. Grammar rule number 14. Spell a proper noun with an initial capital letter. A pronoun noun is a name or something. For example, Joseph, Mary, Russia, China, British Broadcasting Corporation, English. For example, we have written to Mary. Is China in Asia? Do you speak English? Grammar rule number 15. Spell proper adjective with an initial capital letter. Proper adjectives are made from proper nouns. For example, Germany to German, Orwell to Orwellian, Machiavelli to Machiavellian. For example, London is an English town. Who is the Canadian Prime Minister? Which is your favorite Shakespearean play? Grammar rule number 16. Use the indefinite article a or an for countable nouns in general. Use the definite article the for specific countable nouns and all uncountable nouns. For example, I saw a bird and a balloon in the sky. The bird was blue and the balloon was yellow. He always saves some of the money that can earn. Grammar rule number 17. Use the indefinite article with words beginning with a consonant sound. Use the indefinite article and with words beginning with a vowel sounds. See when to say a or on. For example, a cat, a game of golf, a human endeavor, a arrangement, a university, an apple, an easy job, an interesting story, an old man, an umbrella, an honorable man. Grammar rule number 18. Use many or few with countable nouns. Use much or a lot or little for uncountable nouns. See quantifiers. For example, how many dollars do you have? How much money do you have? There are few cars outside. There is a little traffic on the roads. Grammar rule number 19. To show position, use an apostrophe plus s for singular owners and s plus apostrophe for plural owners. For example, the boy's dog, the boy's dog. Last grammar rule, the grammar rule number 20. In general, use the active voice in preference to the passive voice. For example, we use active in preference to passive. Active is used in preference to passive. That is all. Thank you. Bye bye.